to talk about some ascension symptoms that you can be experiencing when you're in the middle of a quantum jump. What is a quantum jump? That is when we are releasing our old identity in order to become a vibrational frequency match for the manifestations and desires that we're wanting to pull in. So we are having to deconstruct our ego. What is the ego? It is a conglomeration of our thoughts, beliefs, and our behavioral patterns that have curated us into the person that we are today. So in order to shift into a new version of self, we have to shed those old facets of us and adopt the new beliefs, feelings, and emotions of the identity that we're shifting into. When you are in that shedding process, it can be a lot for your physical, spiritual, emotional, and mental bodies and bring on a lot of these symptoms that we're about to talk about. Now, I'm not a medical doctor, and so if these continue to persist, get those checked out. But for the most part, we know when we are in this transitory phase in our life and things aren't just feeling the way that they did before, and we know that these symptoms have to do with our spiritual awakening journey. We are experiencing clumsiness. We are hitting things with our body and dropping things. We feel very foggy of mind and kind of disoriented. Experience changes in your body temperature, which you get really hot very quickly, very cold. We might be experiencing hot flashes. You can also have flu-like symptoms. This is when I know that I'm going through quantum shift, and it's not for the long term. It's like an hour here and 2 hours here. It's very random and sporadic. You are sleeping more than normal, and that can be indicative of your body going through these frequency shifts. Oftentimes your spirit makes that leap before your actual physical body, and your human vessel is a lot denser, so it takes time to catch up. And so rest is really important during these phases. Your dreams might be really ramping up and getting very lucid, and it might feel very chaotic and wild, or you might be experiencing more symbolism coming through to help you through this chapter. You might be feeling a deep pull to let go of social media right now. We need to get outside in nature. Or you might get really inspired to start looking up ancient civilizations to remember the old ways, but we need to take a break from modernism. Signs and synchronicities might have slowed down or stopped altogether, including intuitive nudges and downloads and guidance. That's because you are in a going within phase where we are needing to integrate the things that we have just learned in the previous chapter before we get into that expansive butterfly moment. This is teaching us to learn how to trust ourselves. You might feel buzzing or tingling in your chakras, or you even might feel pain coming up because that is trauma and PTSD that has been deep within yourself that is coming to the forefront of your auric field, your light body, to be released. Might be feeling this really deep yearning to find your true self. Who even am I? Because we're in this shedding and we have not all the way shifted over. We're kind of in this limbo phase right now of rediscovering self. Maybe experiencing all of these or some of these. Whatever you are is perfect for where you are at on your journey. Oftentimes it's really validating hearing these. Oh, I'm not the only one. This is normal for this experience. What we can do to assist us through this pivotal time in our life is acceptance and saying, I'm right where I need to be. This means that I'm like the slingshot that's being pulled backwards to accelerate vastly on my journey. I'm going to have so much growth and expansion. This is going to be awesome, and giving yourself a hug and taking care of your physical body right now, that is of the utmost importance. So I would love to hear in the comments if any of these signs and symptoms resonated with you, and remember to give a follow if you want to hear more quantum jumping content.